What is going on, guys? We are blessed and not stressed, and we worried about the rest. This is Lay from Dawson Josh. We're coming at you with another video today. I'm gonna get right into it. Today we're back on our video game saga. We are talking about probably one of the greatest video games ever made. Probably it's definitely in my top 3 games of all time. Today we are talking about Batman Arkham City. Batman Arkham City is the second installment in the Rocksteady Batman Arkham franchise. And let's just be honest, man. I think this game, a lot of people agree with me, this game is probably the best Arkham game to ever be assembled. Now, don't get me wrong, Arkham Knight looked phenomenal. I actually enjoyed, the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, but when I talk about Arkham Knight, I'm talking about Arkham City. Arkham City is the pinnacle superhero video game that was launched in the 2000s. And like I said, it's been probably the greatest video games ever assembled. Let's just break it down. I think going from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, I feel like the map was bigger. Obviously, that's what people wanted, but they wanted that same aesthetic from Arkham Asylum, and Rocksteady definitely delivered. The whole idea is that Hugo Strange has allowed the mayor, Quincy Sharp, has allowed him to take all of Arkham's inmates and Blackgate's inmates and put them all into one big city, a closed section off of Gotham that they've called Arkham City. Bruce Wayne obviously does not like this. Batman does not like this at all, and he knows something is definitely up. As we see at the beginning of the game, he gets captured during a press conference outside of Arkham City, and Bruce Wayne gets put in there. We come to find out really quick that Bruce Wayne's identity is in jeopardy because Hugo Strange knows who he is. He knows Bruce Wayne is Batman, and that is no good. But yeah, open up the game, you first get in, and you gotta obviously suit up. I love the suit up, very first suit up in the Arkham series. Having a Tom Ace Chemicals building while on top to talking to Alfred. I just feel like the opener of this game is just so good. It is so good, it's so well written. And obviously, Batman is set with the task of fighting his most deadliest foes in Arkham City. They're all in there. So we were excited to see that. Huge extension from the first game. As we know from Arkham Asylum, Joker was really the main villain. Now, Poison Ivy was in there, Bane was in there, Killer Croc was in Arkham Asylum, but more of his definitive Roses Gallery was in this one. Deadshot was in Arkham City, Penguin was in Arkham City, the Riddler is in Arkham City, Joker's in Arkham City, Catwoman. It's also good. And that's another side comment. You get to play as Catwoman at the beginning of the game. Back on the PS3, I do know some people did not get to play as her, but every reinstallment, every remastered, she's definitely in the game, and I feel like that also helped make the game better. You got to play another character, you got to kind of go off and play with her, but still connect to the story, which is really cool. But yeah, let's get into it. The game is essentially broken up into 3 parts. First part is Batman trying to track the Joker, trying to figure out what Protocol 10 is, and to conclude Act 1, Batman gets captured by the Joker, thinking the Joker died, but really it was a fake body, and Joker was behind him, gasses him, and him and Harley take out the Bat once he gets into the Psionic Steel Mill, where Joker's fortress is. And that's pretty much part 1. Part 2, or Act 2 of the video game, is Batman trying to find the cure. He knows Mr. Freeze was working on a cure. Well, that's what Joker tells him, so Batman's on the hunt to find Freeze. We come to find out Freeze is captured by Oswald Cobblepot, or as many people know, the Penguin. That's pretty much the second act of the game, is getting into Penguin's Museum Fortress. Now, to do that, you gotta go take out some signal jammers. It's cool, and then you get into the museum, and that's where you fight Cobblepot. I love this section of the game as well. I love all the fighting and the whole museum fortress. Having to get his suit, having to save all the cops, the ice, it was all super cool, because Penguin took Freeze's ice gun and basically froze everybody. But yeah, Act 2 pretty much ends with us stopping the Penguin, saving Mr. Freeze. But then we come to find out that Mr. Freeze has been working on the cure, but he can't finish it because he needs more time. He needs blood that's been exposed for years and years and years, and that they do not have. But Batman says he has a trick up his sleeve. He knows somebody that's been alive for centuries, and that sets up the third act of the game, is Batman having to go find not Hugo Strange, going to find Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, whatever you want to call him. Tell his dad. He goes, the leader of the League of Assassins, and that's pretty much the third act of the game. Third act of the game is probably my favorite. It's got the most action. Not only do you take out Ra's al Ghul, but you also got to fight Freeze after that. Probably my favorite boss fight in all of video gaming, especially in the Arkham series. And Mr. Freeze fight is the best one because he learns and adapts from you. And then after that, you still have to go back to the Steel Mill and fight Joker again, and that sets up kind of the end of the game. Joker takes Talia hostage, and Batman's got to stop Hugo Strange first. So you go to Wonder Tower, you take on a bunch of Hugo Strange's thugs, get to the top, take him out, but you come to find out that Hugo Strange is working with Ra's or Ra's al Ghul this whole time. Ra's al Ghul is the one person behind Arkham City, and he used Hugo to get to Batman. But obviously failed. Hugo is killed by Ra's, and he ends up blowing up the big Wonder Tower in the sky. And that's pretty much the end of the game. Very end of the game is Batman confronting Joker and Talia at Monarch Theater, where his parents were killed way back when. And we come to find out that Joker is really sick, and the whole time he's been using a stunt double being Clayface. That's why they pulled off him looking well when he was actually sick. And that's the end of the game. Batman fights Clayface, gets the cure. Joker thinks he deserves the cure, and ends up stabbing Batman in the back for it. Batman drops the cure after taking it, and Richard Evans can see this is his story of the Joker died in Arkham City. Very controversial, but I thought it was beautifully done. Makes sense. Joker was selfish. Batman was going to save him, as he said. Like everything he's done, he caused so much pain and misery. I kidnapped you, best guy you do it again. And Batman's like, I still want to save with him, and Joker's like, that's funny. And that's how the game ends. Batman takes Joker out of the theater and out of Arkham City, lays him on the hood of Jim Gordon's car, and that's the end of of Arkham City. There's the epilogue, playing with Catwoman, trying to get all her stuff from Two-Face. Forgot about Two-Face as well. He's a big character in Arkham City. He gets captured pretty early on, so he's not in it, but he's in the beginning and he's at the end. But talk about this game, yeah, 9 out of 10. It should be a 10 out of 10, but I don't think anything's getting a 10 out of 10 for me. So this game is 9.5 out of 10. My favorite Arkham game to this day will probably forever be my favorite Batman game. It's so good. The mechanics, the open world, all of the villains, the combat was improved. Just wow. Chef's Kiss, really enjoyed it. If you haven't played Arkham City, you definitely should. It's definitely on probably top 10 best games of all time. You definitely should. I would definitely recommend playing Arkham Asylum first, then doing City, and then Origins and Night. But I understand if you want to skip Arkham Asylum, you don't really have to know what goes on in Arkham Asylum to play Arkham City. They kind of explain it, which is cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would play you guys the Arkham series music to close out the video, but I can't do it a copyright. But what you can do is that you can listen to our new song, Complicated by Josh and Josh. You can go to joshandjosh.bandcamp.com to listen to the full song. Purchasing options are also available. There is some music available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music. But again, for the full discography and for purchasing options, please visit joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. Again, that's joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. I know you guys heard it in the background. So one more time, that's joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. And remember, with every purchase helps us spread and share our music across the world. Thanks, guys. See you next time.